Ladies and gentlemen, to kick off our forum here today, it is indeed a great pleasure to invite Senior Minister of State for Transport, Mr. Chee Hong Tat, to come on stage to deliver his opening speech. A round of applause. A pleasure to have you, sir. Welcome.
Please allow me to remove my mask so you can hear me more clearly. Mr. Ngiam Chang Ming, Chairman of MPA, Ms. Caroline Yang, President of SSA, Sister Mary Liu, President of NTUC, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon and a warm welcome to the Singapore Registry of Ships Forum 2021. This year's forum is a special one, as we celebrate the 55th anniversary of the Singapore Registry of Ships, or SRS. The SRS has come a long way from its humble beginnings in 1966. When we first started out, our focus was on growing the registry. In the years since, we have achieved a sizable registry, one of the top 5 in the world, while we continue to maintain a fleet with high standards. Today, the SRS has more than 4,000 ships and an aggregate gross tonnage of more than 93 million. It also has one of the youngest fleets with an average vessel age of 10.9 years. Importantly, the SRS has built up a reputation for having one of the highest quality fleets in the world. It has consistently ranked in the top 10 of the internationally recognized Tokyo and Paris MOU whitelists, which indicates the good safety records of Singapore flagships. The SRS is also amongst a select group of ship registries to qualify for the United States Coast Guard's Core Ship 21 program, and not just for 1 year, but for 5 consecutive years. This is a testament of our commitment to safety and quality in shipping operations. The SRS continues to provide good support for Singapore flagships. The registry, staffed by a team from MPA, provides 24/7 customer service. Ships requiring urgent assistance on technical, crewing, and registry-related matters are attended to promptly. In addition, the SRS goes above and beyond in extending assistance to Singapore registered ships and their crew who are in distress. For example, the SRS team in MPA will actively engage its foreign counterparts to facilitate the release of a Singapore flagship and its crew, should they be unjustly detained. Owners and operators of Singapore registered ships can be assured that the SRS will do our best to support you in times of need. As we celebrate the 55th anniversary of the SRS, I would like to express my appreciation to past and current generations of MPA officers for their dedication and professionalism in supporting our Singapore flagships. Maybe a round of applause for MPA colleagues. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to do more with our SRS, together with tripartite partners from the industry and unions. We are guided by the 3 core values of the SRS: quality, reliability, and sustainability. In line with this, I'm pleased to launch the SRS Notation, an accreditation system for vessels that have done well in 4 key areas. You can see that on the screen. Allow me to briefly describe each one. So first, the shipping community is making good use of digital technologies such as automation, advanced monitoring, and remote inspection solutions to improve the safety and efficiency of shipboard operations. The SMART notation will be awarded to vessels that adopt such solutions. Next, as our ships become increasingly dependent on complex digital systems, it is critical to protect these vital systems from disruption. To recognize the importance of cyber resilience, we will award the cyber notation to vessels that have adopted advanced cybersecurity measures to protect their shipboard operations. Third, we want to recognize vessels that take good care of their seafarers. So the welfare notation will be awarded to vessels that are equipped with good infrastructure and welfare amenities to enhance the well-being of the crew. And last but not least, improving the environmental sustainability of shipping is a priority for the shipping community. The green notation will be awarded to vessels that have implemented solutions to reduce carbon emissions, such as through the use of low or zero carbon fuels. The SRS is the first ship registry in the world to introduce such an accreditation system, which recognizes ship owners and operators that adopt new solutions to be ready for the future. Vessels that fulfill the requirements for each of the SRS notation categories will be issued with a certificate of recognition. And the details of the vessels and their companies will be published by MPA. In addition, Singapore flag vessels that qualify for the SRS green notation will receive additional benefits, such as a reduction in their initial registration fees and rebates on their annual tonnage taxes. MPA plans to roll out these incentives from next year for awardees of the SRS green notation. We will also consider incentives for awardees of other SRS notation categories in future. So it's not just something that is good for branding. We also want to tie some tangible incentives and benefits to it. Looking ahead, we aspire for the SRS notation to be universally recognized as an assurance of a vessel's quality and future readiness. MPA is engaging major charterers to promote the SRS notation and to consider vessels with the SRS notation more favorably when customers are sourcing and chartering ships. We hope this can provide a way for customers, for charterers, to easily recognize which are the ships that have attained these qualities through the use of the notation. And through this process, encourage more ship owners to come on board and to be future ready. We will work closely with our industry partners and our union partners to further develop and grow this initiative. I'm hoping it can become a global initiative, something that can be accepted also by the global community. And Singapore being a global hub port and an international maritime center, we are very proud and very happy that we can start, we can initiate, we can spearhead this program. But how far we go, that depends on all of us. How far we can take it. As economies open up and global trade recovers, Maritime Singapore, which comprises our global hub port and our international maritime center, is poised for further expansion. To ride the waves of growth, we have to stay open and connected to the world. And we must continue to welcome investments, trade, new ideas, and also talent. Last month, Minister Lawrence Wong moved a motion in Parliament on securing Singaporeans' jobs and livelihoods. It was an important debate that took more than 10 hours and stretched past midnight. I was there, and I'm glad there was strong support in Parliament for the motion, which affirmed the need for Singapore to stay open and to stay connected to the world in order to grow and prosper. Our diversity as a cosmopolitan city is our strength. Singapore cannot be a successful hub, whether for finance, aviation, or maritime, if we become inward-looking and we lose our links with the world. There's no such thing as an inward-looking hub. There's no such thing as a disconnected hub. You want to be a hub, you've got to be open, and you've got to be connected to the world. As Minister Wong highlighted in his speech, Singapore has thrived over the decades because we are an open economy and a business hub. By combining and complementing local and foreign workers, we are able to attract more investments, create more jobs, and enlarge the pie for everyone, including Singaporeans. As a business hub, we cannot avoid global competition. While there are some trade-offs to globalization, and the government is very mindful of this, and we will do our very best to help Singaporeans to prepare for the challenges by investing in capabilities and in skills upgrading. In a union, we say a job is the best welfare for our workers. Likewise, I believe the best form of assurance and protection for the employability of our workers is through skills upgrading and training. We are working hard to protect every worker and helping those whose jobs are displaced due to global competition and technology changes to look for another job. There are new jobs, but we need to train our workers, we need to address the skills mismatches, and this is actually best done through our tripartite partnership. And we are doing that in the maritime industry. We are making full use of our maritime tripartite links to solve the challenges that we face, to prepare our workers, and to be ready for the future. This is also a topic which is very close to my heart, and I have been engaging our industry leaders, our union leaders on this ever since I came to MOT. It is a topic which I believe we need to tackle together, and we need to tackle properly, because it is closely linked to Singapore's future survival as a nation. We must remain open, and we will continue to welcome investments and talents from abroad. So I was very happy when Lei Hun told me that Synergy Marine, a ship management company headquartered in Singapore, has recently acquired the technical management business of Maersk Tankers and will manage a fleet of almost 500 vessels. Its expansion will create more job opportunities for Singaporeans and add to the vibrancy of maritime Singapore. To support our Go for Growth strategy to expand Singapore's maritime industry, we aim to attract more companies like Synergy Marine to come to Singapore, and for existing companies to make new investments and to increase their operations here. MPA will work closely with you, together with the support from MOT and also from our unions. Because we know, from the labor movement, we know, we want new investments, we want new jobs, because that is the best form of protection and welfare for our workers. So this is a key priority, which I have set for myself and my colleagues in MOT and MPA for the next few years, and we will work hard to achieve this goal with your support and your partnership. Please allow me to conclude by thanking all our tripartite partners over the past 55 years for flying the Singapore flag high. The SRS could not have achieved the success it enjoys today without your support. I also want to congratulate Wan Hai Lines Limited, which will be receiving our Top Net Tonnage Contributor Award later today. Thank you, Wan Hai, for your significant contributions to the SRS and to Maritime Singapore. We look forward to many more years of win-win partnership with all our industry partners, with all our tripartite partners. I'm confident that we can achieve our collective ambition of building a fleet that is of high quality, that is reliable, and also environmentally sustainable. Thank you very much, everyone.